Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lexi, and I wanted to welcome you to my first official vlog on my channel. So today I'm just gonna tell you guys a little about me and where I come from and who I am. So, like I said, my name is Lexi. My real name is Alexia, but everybody calls me Lexi. And I'm from Louisiana. I'm 23. I just moved to Texas Thursday. Yeah, it's only been like here. So today is Monday, so I've only been here for like 4 days. But I've been back and forth from Louisiana and Texas for like a few years now. What made me finally decide to actually come back and stay is because I was not happy at all. I was a deputy sheriff, a control operator at a detention center in Louisiana, and the energy there was just so negative. And I was working there for like off and on for about 2 years, and the pay was horrible. Some of the people there was like good, but then you had like the supervisors and the bosses and like the warden and shit or whatever. It was just yelling at you and just talk to you crazy. Like, you just like, what? Like, I don't even make that much money for y'all to be even up here like talking to me crazy. So I was working there. When I first started working, it was like 2018. I was working there for a few months, and then I had told the boss, I was like, I'm finna go back to school. Is it okay with you if I, go back to school and then come back to work? Because I needed a job. And I knew that I could come back there. Like, he would let me come because my mom used to work up there when she was pregnant with me. 23 years ago, when she was pregnant with me. And and most of the people that's like in charge or whatever and work up there are like her classmates, and so it was easy for her to get me on. Like, hey, my daughter, she needs a job. Like, okay, we'll hire her. So like, okay. So I started working there, and this lady trained me. Her name, I'm not gonna say it, privacy. But she was really sweet, but she didn't take no bull crap from nobody. You did not play with her. She was crazy. And so yeah, I went to school. Came to Texas, went to school. Shout out to Ogle in Hearst. Love it. I went for aesthetics. I didn't finish. I got discouraged. I was not motivated like I was when I first started, so I left. And I went back to the same job. So, went back there, was working. They put me on a new shift. I did not like the supervisor. The supervisor was the sergeant. I did not like the sergeant. But I love the corporal. The corporal was someone that I worked with from like the first time I started working. He was there, and they had just moved into a shift, so we were on the same shift. I was like, yes, Lord, I'm on a shift with somebody that I actually know. And so yeah, we started working. One of my co-workers that worked in a control room with me, she did not like me at all. Like, lady, like, what do you not like me for? Like, the first day I actually even showed up for the shift, she did not like me. Like, I did all the work by myself. She was not even in there at all. Like, it was so many problems with her for like no reason. Like, this is my first day back. What is your problem? I ain't do anything to you. Like, it ain't gonna kill you just because we have 2 control operators, which we only used to have 1. But during that time, they had switched to 2 because it was a lot of work that we had to do, and one person really couldn't do it on their own, so they had put 2 in there. But a few months later, they let me go. Warren called me on the phone. I'm just working my regular shift, and Warren called. He was like, I just got out of a meeting, and they said that part-time workers can no longer work no more. So it was like a budget thing. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. So I left, packed up my bags, went back to Texas, went back to the same beauty school, aesthetics all the way. And that's when I had met my best friend, Melissa. Me and Melissa, we were together almost every day at school, every day. She motivated me to do what I need to do, study. I mean, I was over her house every day. She was over my house. Everywhere we went, we were together. She was my best friend, still is my best friend to this day. I mean, I also have another best friend. Her name is Keisha. She's in Illinois. My two beautiful god babies that who I just went to go see in August for my birthday. Oh, I miss them so much. But anyway, so I went back to school, finished school, graduated, did what I need to do. I studied for my test. I didn't half-ass study. I studied hard. Didn't pass. Went to take it again. Still didn't pass. So, like, I was just like, well, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm here. I don't have a job. I don't have no money. I just got out of school. I went back home like a dumbass. I went back home to my mama again like a dumbass. And this time, Corona was making its way here. So, I was like, all right. So, I went back to work. They put me on the shift that I first started out again because the lady that trained me, she had retired. So they put me on a shift. I was in there by myself working, and like the whole, like when the coronavirus first started, like it was just too much. Like everybody was stressed out. We weren't making no money. The pay was terrible. We had to do a lot of work just for what we was getting paid to do, and I wanted to quit. I really did. I wanted to quit again, and I stuck through it. I started in March, and the reason why I quit is because I was just so stressed out. Like the environment I was in was just so negative. It's like everything that I had to say, somebody had something smart to say, and if I replied back, oh, it was yelling. So I just left the shit alone. If I was late, if I was like 2 minutes late or 5 minutes late, it was always a problem. But my coworker could come in 20 minutes late and won't nobody say nothing to him. They'll just keep giggling and laughing like they was doing before. It was always a problem every time I tried to do something. Like, what's the matter? What's wrong? So, one day, I was putting in for job interviews because I wanted to go. I got tired. And so, Torrid, down here, Torrid called me. They called me and was like, oh, hey, is this Alexia? I was like, yes. He was like, she was like, we're having, open interviews tomorrow, so you can come. I was like, yes, ma'am. I was gonna be there. So I come to work. I was trying to get, okay, so how my job is set up is like full-time and part-time, they're different. Full-time, you're put on just one shift and you work that one shift. But part-time is when you work when full-time can't work. So say like I'm me being a control operator, I want to go on vacation, or I was sick out or something, you will call part-time to come and take your spot, so that way the officers that work the floor, they can work the floor. Like they won't have to be, understaffed on the floor dealing with a bunch of inmates. So I called both part-time workers and they was like, oh, they can't do it. and one was out of town. One, the stepdaughter of the ward, he put her in the office, like his assistant up front. He made her the assistant, made her, and she's like making more money than me. Like, hold on, I've been here for way too long. You gonna put your daughter up here to make more money than me? Like, but people always look out for family. But anyway, I called. Well, I didn't call her. I texted her, and she told me that she couldn't do it, and so I had to call the assistant ward because the main warden, like the one that runs the detention center, he was leaving because he was having surgery. So I had to call the assistant warden. The assistant warden told me to call the lieutenant. So I called the lieutenant. He told me to see if I could get in touch with other control operators that worked on different shifts, because it's 4 of us. Well, it's 4 of us plus like 2 part-time workers. And so I called them. Well, I couldn't call the girl that released me because, you know, she released me. She can't work for me because she got her own shift to work. So I called the other 2 that work on the other shifts. And then one was like, oh, I can't do it because she has a second job. So every time she's not working at the detention center, she'll be working at her other job. So I was like, oh, okay. But the one lady that I called, the one that I was telling you about that didn't like me, that I was on the same shift with, yeah, she was like, I'm gonna have to pass on that. I mean, I even called and was like, hey, like, I need you to work for me tomorrow night, and I can take up one of your shifts. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on it. I want to say, I wanted to cuss her out so bad. Man, let me tell you, like, all the times I done worked for her on my days off, and she couldn't do one favor for me, and I was gonna take her shift. So that whole night, like, I was just getting frustrated because, like, I was already frustrated and I was looking for other jobs, but, like, I was just so stressed out, and I was, like, having breakdowns. Like, my whole mood would change. I was just not happy. I was ready to go. So what I did, my coworkers like making jokes about it. It was like, well, if you can't find nobody to replace you tomorrow, well, you can't go. You gonna have to come to work. And I'm just thinking to myself, we gonna see. So like, I was just texting my mom all night. Like, we got to argument. I was like, Mama, I can't do this no more. I gotta go. And then she was like, well, why? She's like, well, I'm finna get my business started, and I'm gonna need you to help me, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, Mama, I want you to be great, and I want you to do good, but I can't be here. Like, I'm not finna chase your dream. I'm trying to chase my dream. And so we got no argument about that. And like, she was just calling my aunt, because my aunt lived down here, and I was gonna move in with her. And she was just calling my aunt back and forth. I was like, try to convince her to not go. I don't want her to go. Basically, just like, she did not want me to go. I mean, like, she only got 2 kids, and I'm the baby girl, so I have an older brother, but he's all the way in China. So I kind of see, I don't have kids, but I can honestly see where she was coming from, because her other child is all the way across overseas, all the way over in China, and here I am trying to leave. And so we got an argument that night about that. And like, I was working a 12-hour shift at work, and I was just crying. My coworkers was in the room, and I made sure like they didn't see me crying because I had my back turned, and like, I was just bawling tears. Not even like, when they walked out, I was just like full blown crying. Like, I was just so stressed. I did not want to be there no more. I hated it. All the yelling, cussing, and then just treating you like dogs. Like you want me to work for you, and you talking to me like this? So I just got up, and so when my shift was over with, I went to sleep. I set my alarm clock for 10 o'clock that morning. I was texting my mama, calling her. I was just begging her, let me go, begging. And she finally gave in. She let me go, and I told her I was gonna quit my job. So her being friends with the assistant warden, because they all grew up together, because they was classmates and shit. She gonna call him and was like, I was quit. So she had called me and told me, and he was, well, I was gonna call him, but she beat me to it. Like, how you gonna beat me to quit my own job? Like, so she had gave him like a warning, like a heads up that I was gonna quit. And he was like, at least she could call me and tell me. So I had called him and told him I was quitting. And he was like, you know, the way you had quit, you can't come back. And I was like, yeah, I know. We just hung up the phone. That was that. And after that, I just packed my bags and I came on to Texas. I ain't no job, no nothing. Brand new car that I gotta pay for. Brand new vehicle. And here I am in Texas. I just packed up and left. I couldn't do it no more. I mean, even if I gotta work at Target, McDonald's, whatever, gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I'm not finna lose my car. Like, I done came a long way. Y'all, if I show y'all my old car, y'all be like, damn. Like, my old car was just like, the seats were torn up, the paint was chipping off, the radio barely worked, but windows didn't work, one side of my door didn't open. Like, it was just a mess. Like, the car would jerk. Every morning I had to put oil in it because it was leaking. The oil pan was, ooh. Y'all, the alternator, my car quit on me so many times in the middle of nowhere. It was just ridiculous. I was like, so I done came a long way. I manifested me on a new car. I do believe in manifestation. I believe that if you focus on it and you can really get what you want. Like, work hard towards what you want, and it's gonna come to you. Like, I was just talking about this with my cousin last night. Like, I'm a smoker. I'm gonna be honest with you. I smoke weed. I get high, but I don't do it no more. I mean, I smoked yesterday because I smoked everything yesterday, so that way I wouldn't have enough for today. And today is Monday, so I'm starting fresh and I'm not smoking. Y'all excuse my hair. I gotta clean the lace. I ain't clean the lace. But yeah. I was just talking to her last night about she was I don't know if she want me to take you this, but like, she was like complaining about her boobs being big. And so what she do? She went and she got a breast reduction. She manifested on that and she got it. She did what she said she was gonna do. Manifested on a new vehicle. I did what I said I was gonna do. I manifested losing weight, and that's what I'm gonna do. I see my future and I'm trying to get to that. I bought 2 beautiful outfits from Fashion Nova, and they're both medium, and I plan on fitting it by May or June. I plan on losing all this weight. Like, I want to find happiness. I'm 23 years old. I should be out here doing shit 23-year-olds do. You feel me? So, yeah. I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to grind. And that's starting this YouTube channel. I'm putting my experiences out there. I done put myself out there for the best I can. I'm just going into it blind, and I'm going to make a way. I'm always going to find a way. And I know I have people behind me to help me. So, I'm planning on getting my place with my best friend soon. She just got a new job, so, yep. I've been putting applications, and stuff like that. And my last check come in Thursday, so I'm going grocery shopping. And I think I'm going to go to the gym later on, and I'm going to vlog that too. Excuse me. I'm going to vlog me at the gym. I'm going to start vlogging what I eat. Drink my water. I drank a lot of water lately. I'm gonna get some cranberry juice because I love cranberry juice. I need to always keep cranberry juice on me. But yeah, that's my story. That is me. I got up and I left, and I'm not going back because I made sure I couldn't come back. So now I gotta grind hard in Texas to get to California and then get to New York. That's why I want to retire. That's why I want to live. I want to go to New York. I want to travel the world. I want to get my esthetician license. Work at the Pill Brazil. Get my own business started. I have a lot to do in such, I'm not gonna say little time because I have a lot of time, but I need money to get started. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you for listening. I'll probably just go up in the house and chill for a little bit and then get ready for the gym. So when I get ready to go to the gym, I'll cut the camera back on. All right, bye.